Last year's was 251,000 and this year's was 832,000.
Record down. So.
My name is Keith Edwards Mayor.
A bid to save seniors money on today's Jackson County legislative agenda. This, as some warn, they could lose their homes with the skyrocketing assessments. A proposed ordinance to protect eligible seniors likely wouldn't go into effect until next year, as legislators today disagreed on whether it could be implemented this year.
Yeah, the disagreement's over the new state law that freezes property taxes for seniors age 62 or older or who are eligible for Social Security. Fox 4's Jonathan Katz joins us now live to explain what happened at the county meeting as County Executive Frank White spoke for the first time today. John?
Yeah, it was interesting. He spoke with reporters outside of the county legislative room at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. He says he's in favor of the ordinances freezing property taxes for seniors. The issue at bay, though, is there were two different ordinances up for discussion.
When the state sent it out, they sent it out with no guidelines, and everyone's left to try to figure out what's the best way to do it.
Frank White said the county legislature is left trying to figure out how to implement Senate Bill 190.
The key differences, first is in when mine would go into effect. I specifically state that mine is in effect in 2023.
Jackson County legislator Sean Smith sponsored Ordinance 5774. It would put that Senate Bill 190 into effect now, but legislators like Jalen Anderson think it would be impossible to implement that ordinance at this time.
The fact of the matter is they should have known better not to put this out and to say that this can be enacted now. They knew that we did not have the staff. They knew we did not have the technology to do this. But what they intended to do for politics is that they went around the entire county and they focused on the idea that we can get this passed today. We shouldn't wait. Just keep going.
Another ordinance, which was discussed earlier today, would not implement Senate Bill 190 until the 2024 tax season, as questions about the county executive's role or lack thereof in this process continue.
Why is this the first time that you've spoken to reporters about this issue?
Well, the first time you've come to me and asked me.
I don't think that's true, Frank.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm always available to talk to reporters. I've talked to reporters a few times. We've talked before. So you just haven't been here.
All right, Sean Smith did tell us after the county legislative meeting his ordinance did fail today by a vote of 8-1. Of course, he was the only one that voted for it. The other ordinance up for debate was actually held in the budget committee today that wouldn't impact and make Senate Bill 190 go into effect until 2024. That can be discussed at a later date. Also, the Director of Assessment, Gail McCann Beatty, was at the full county legislative meeting that just wrapped up at about 4:45 this afternoon. Her thoughts on all this coming up for you tonight on Fox 4 News at 6. John?